Okay, I'm sorry, but this is really f***ing creepy. Like, Beyonce has been trying to write me out of my own narrative for, like, years at this point. Like, this is so f***ing weird.
Sean Carter is worse. He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
You know how Jaguar Wright went all out to expose Diddy and Sean Carter, claiming that JayZ is even worse than Diddy, basically being the power player behind all the new young girls that enter Bad Boy Records and leave the label with a tarnished career. Well, I've got some news for you that will blow you from your seats. Katt Williams is giving us reason to believe that not JayZ, but wifey Beyonce could potentially be the mastermind behind everything. And you know, we don't take any allegations against Queen Bee herself lightly, so let me shed some light on the recent stuff that's been going on. In a candid and unapologetic fashion, Katt Williams has revealed some secrets of Beyoncé's persona that were once carefully guarded behind the glitz and glamour of her public image. The acclaimed comedian, known for his fearless approach to tackling taboo subjects, leaves no stone unturned as he delves into the intricate web of the music industry's power players. We all know messing with the beehive is like playing with fire, but Katt is fearlessly stepping into the spotlight to shed light on what he believes might be the untold story behind Beyoncé's seemingly flawless career. This isn't just another celebrity feud. This is Katt going head-to-head with one of the biggest music icons in history. Risky move, my dude. After taking on heavyweights like Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart, Katt has proven he's not afraid to challenge the status quo. Now he's turning his attention to Queen Bee herself, and the chances of getting stung by the beehive, well, let's just say they're pretty darn high. But Katt, true to form, remains undeterred, continuing to speak his truth regardless of the consequences. In a recent eye-opening interview, Katt pulled back the curtain on the music industry's behind-the-scenes machinery. According to him, it's not just about talent and hard work. It's a complex game with key players strategically positioned at the top. This revelation adds a layer of intrigue to his ongoing quest for transparency in an industry known for greed, power, and betrayal.
When you get to this level, we can make sure we knock you from a $20 million man to putting in the news that people won't hire you no more and your career is done.
And people are quickly catching on. One person wrote, "People are stupid to worship Beyonce. She is a singer, not God. This is why society is f***ed up. Beyonce and JayZ are not all that. May they pay for the wrong they have done to other artists for greed and power. I'd rather listen to a queen of music like Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin." Now, let's delve into the intrigue surrounding Katt Williams' recent revelations, where although he didn't explicitly mention names, fans are playing detective and speculating that he's calling out none other than the iconic Beyonce. Let's talk about Queen Bee, the epitome of a glamorous musical career. Beyonce boasts a trophy case filled with awards, a billionaire empire, and a fan base that's been ride or die since the days of Dangerously in Love. She's not just aging, she's aging like fine wine. However, as with any tale of success, some whistleblowers suggest that the journey to the top might not have been all sunshine and roses. Katt Williams, known for his unfiltered honesty, is turning the spotlight onto Beyonce's journey. In a candid conversation with Carrie Champion, Katt held nothing back. He spilled the tea on the inner workings of the industry, revealing,
I'm saying that everything that happens in a business that's based off of pretend, that seems like a setup is. What I'm saying is, if Jussie Smollett and Lee Daniels for a living make stories that are not real, and they make them so good that people believe them and buy them.
According to Katt, what might appear to fans as lucky breaks or career-shaping disasters for artists are in reality carefully orchestrated moves happening behind the scenes. Take, for instance, Janet Jackson's infamous Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction. Katt suggests there's always someone benefiting from these incidents. In Janet's case, her career took a hit while Justin Timberlake continued to ascend. He firmly believes there's always a business angle, always someone making a substantial profit from the chaos within the industry. As the layers of the entertainment world are peeled back, Katt's revelations add a new dimension to the perception of success, and the price one pays for it in the realm of glittering stardom. One person wrote, "It's almost as if Beyonce and JayZ seek out their competition and sign them so that they can prevent them from overshadowing the two of them. Chloe and Halle Bailey are incredibly talented, beautiful, and young. They have so much going for them. And even though Bey and Jay have solidified themselves as the king and queen of the music industry, they won't be forever. Phenoms like J. Cole and Tyler are coming for their necks. Why would you want wealth and fame if it means taking away from others in order for you to have it?" Accusations are flying, with fingers pointed at Queen Bey, for for potentially cutting Amerie's music career short. The debates rage on. Who did it first? Who's to blame? For those not entirely in the loop, Aerie, a Korean-American singer, burst onto the scene in the 2000s with her distinctive voice and the go-go style that set her apart. She soared to fame with her 2005 single, One Thing, earning multiple prestigious award nominations along the way. The lingering mystery surrounding the connection between Beyoncé and Aerie adds another layer to the narrative of the music industry, leaving fans and critics alike to dissect the nuances of influence and inspiration in the world of glittering stardom. Aerie's life took a serious turn for the better when she clicked with a DC club promoter, ultimately propelling her into the orbit of producer Rich Harrison. Their collaboration marked the beginning of a major musical journey, and the chemistry between them was nothing short of explosive. Aerie even spilled the tea in a 2002 interview, hinting that something extraordinary would happen whenever they joined forces. With Rich Harrison as her musical accomplice, Aerie unleashed some seriously game-changing tunes, influencing even heavyweights like J-Lo and, yes, the one and only Beyoncé. It looked like Aerie was on the fast track to greatness, with her music leaving an indelible mark on even the industry's biggest names. But just as the heat was intensifying, Aerie hit a major roadblock. Her label started throwing shade at One Thing, demanding it be bigger and bolder. Despite Aerie and Rich putting in serious work to meet their demands, Columbia Records wasn't having any of it. It took a grueling 6 months of back and forth before the song finally saw the light of day. Yet, the drama didn't conclude there. Fans began to notice eerie similarities between One Thing and Beyoncé's Crazy in Love. The Beyhive swiftly came to Queen Bey's defense, arguing that her track dropped first. But wait, here's the kicker. Rich Harrison, the genius behind both tunes, had Crazy in Love in his arsenal long before making the leap to Beyoncé's camp. Talk about a plot twist in the tangled web of music industry controversies. All right, check this out. Beyoncé and Aerie both hit the scene at the same time, and suddenly, Aerie's career started fading. Fans are skeptical about it being just a coincidence. They're saying Beyoncé might have intentionally thrown a wrench into Aerie's success. Despite Beyoncé being a newcomer, she had some heavyweights supporting her, making it tough for Aerie to compete. Now let's talk about the Beyhive, those hardcore Beyoncé fans. They're quick to shut down any talk about Beyoncé copying Aerie. They argue that Beyoncé's hit Crazy in Love dropped 2 years before Aerie's track, and without Beyoncé leading the way, Aerie's song might not have even seen the light of day. Makes sense, right? But here's the kicker. Beyoncé and Aerie both had a connection. A guy named Rich Harrison, a big shot producer who worked with stars like Mary J. Blige and Toni Braxton. When Beyoncé's dad, Matthew, who's also a record exec, introduced Beyoncé to Harrison, it seemed like a strategic move. Fans are guessing that Beyoncé teaming up with Harrison wasn't just a coincidence, it was a planned move to push Aerie out of the spotlight. Beyoncé's dad wasn't just being a supportive father, he was making power moves, and that might have sealed Aerie's fate in the tough music industry. Aerie's career hit a rough patch while Beyoncé's star kept soaring. Beyoncé was dominating the scene, and Crazy in Love became a worldwide anthem. Meanwhile, Aerie struggled to find her groove. She released a few more tracks, but the spark seemed to be fading. Was it all orchestrated behind the scenes? Did Beyoncé's entry into the game contribute to Aerie's downfall? The internet is ablaze with ongoing debates. In the court of public opinion, Beyoncé is backed by the fiercely loyal Beyhive, staunchly defending her. Yet for some, the timing raises eyebrows. Aerie's ascent, her clashes with the label, the parallels between One Thing and Crazy in Love, and the subsequent decline of her career. It's a lot to overlook. The internet loves a good conspiracy theory, and this one has been brewing for years. Queen Bey may have faced challenges, and the Aerie saga is just a slice of the broader tale of the music industry's shadowy side. She's also been accused of taking credit for songs that she didn't write. One person, X, recently said, Beyoncé, amongst other artists, are being accused of stealing publishings on songs they didn't write. I believe every single word Tiffany Red said. When Keyless was saying this very same thing about Beyoncé, stealing her samples for Energy on Renaissance, she was attacked on social media by the fans and told to stay quiet. I'm beginning to believe that Beyoncé is just as fucked up and as big of a bully as a JayZ. I hope more writers stand up and speak out about the practices of artists stealing from songwriters. It be your own people. That will do you the dirtiest, and poor Aerie isn't the only one who suffered. This just scratches the surface of Beyoncé's questionable history in sharing the spotlight. Chloe Bailey is well aware of the lengths Beyoncé is willing to go to maintain her position in the music charts and industry. Initially gaining internet fame for their impressive song covers, High and Chloe Bailey garnered attention with their exceptional vocal talents, showcased in their 2011 video covering Beyonce's Best Thing I Never Had. Their undeniable skills quickly propelled them onto the path of Disney child stardom. The pivotal moment signaling their success occurred when Beyoncé personally acknowledged them in December 2013. At that time, Beyoncé had stirred the music industry with the release of her self-titled album. The Bailey sisters had caught her attention with a remarkable rendition of the album's opening track, Pretty Hurts. Beyoncé, recognizing their talent, wasted no time and promptly signed Chloe and High to her record label, Parkwood Entertainment, taking them under her mentorship. Certainly, the sisters seemed to have hit the jackpot when it came to securing a mentor to guide them through the industry. However, surprisingly, their careers didn't soar as fans had anticipated. Chloe Bailey took a step into the spotlight with her debut album, In Pieces, released on March 31st, 2023. Given Beyoncé's mentorship, one would have expected the album to dominate the charts and set records. However, reality was different. In Pieces only managed to sell a disappointing 10,000 units in its first week. Naturally, fans were left with numerous questions regarding why the protege of Beyoncé struggled to make a mark. On the surface, Bailey appeared to have all the elements for success. So, what went wrong? DJ Envy attributes the lackluster performance to Beyoncé herself. Before dismissing his perspective, it might be worthwhile to listen to his reasoning rather than casting him aside without consideration.
But I do feel like if you're signed to somebody's record label, right, or you are in business with somebody, that's part of what you assume or what you think, right? If I'm an artist and I sign to anybody, and I seen JayZ do it to his biggest artists, Beanie Sigel, to Rihanna, to Kanye, to Emil, he promoted his artists.
According to DJ Envy, the responsibility for promoting Bailey's album fell on Beyoncé, considering her global icon status with 319 million followers on Instagram. With such a massive following, Beyoncé's endorsement could have significantly boosted the album's visibility. However, there was a notable absence of promotion on Beyoncé's social media accounts for Bailey's album, leaving even some fans puzzled. Envy stressed the expectation that when you sign or partner with someone of Beyoncé's stature, promoting each other's work is a natural expectation. Envy drew a parallel to his own practices, highlighting the importance of supporting those you collaborate with. He expressed confusion over Beyoncé's lack of promotion and suggested a possible jealousy, hinting that Beyoncé might have been hesitant to let Chloe outshine her. Some theorists even speculate that Beyoncé's initial mentorship was driven by a desire to keep Chloe on a tight leash, viewing her as a potential threat rather than nurturing her talent genuinely.
When you sign or you partner with somebody, especially who has a media platform or who has a big platform, you expect them to promote your stuff. Like, how would I look having partnerships with the Black Effect Podcast Network or having people on my book imprint Black Privilege and not promoting their stuff? Because that would be hurting me as well. Like, the bigger they get, the bigger win for all of us.
And that's not even all of it. Aelia Banks has long held a grudge against Beyoncé, and she didn't shy away from expressing her discontent. Aelia Banks has never been shy about her disapproval of Beyoncé, accusing the singer over the years of attempting to undermine Black voices, and even claiming Beyoncé stole her songs. In 2022, Banks intensified her critique, alleging that Beyoncé was trying to erase her contributions to house music. The feud escalated when Banks shared a quote from an insider to the Metro UK, revealing that Beyoncé drew inspiration from various artists, including Aelia Banks, when brainstorming ideas for her future songs. This revelation didn't sit well with Banks, who expressed her fury by pointing out the collaboration with 6 people compared to her solo contributions. She also criticized what she perceived as an insincere attempt by Beyoncé to garner attention during Pride Month, accusing her of not genuinely caring about the LGBTQ+ community at other times of the year. The rapper also sparked controversy by criticizing the Renaissance tour after initially expressing excitement about attending. Instead, Banks opted to stay home, unleashing her frustration in an angry Instagram rant. In her scathing remarks, Banks referred to Beyoncé as Gazelle in Blue Ivy's Cabaret and dismissed the tour, claiming she didn't want to leave her mansion to witness what she perceived as a repetitive show featuring Mary J. Blige covers. The rapper didn't mince words, accusing Beyoncé of engaging in unpleasant actions behind the scenes to hinder other Black female artists. Banks also brought up the Lemonade stunt and the Grammy incident, questioning why Beyoncé didn't confront her directly. According to Banks, Beyoncé seeks collaborations with artists like Dixie Chicks, Shakira, and Adele, but allegedly neglects to acknowledge and compensate the legion of black women who contribute to her songs. She concluded her tirade by criticizing Beyonce's choice to have Kevin, JayZ's protege, perform from the pit, suggesting that Beyonce needed to step up her game even further. Katt Williams is throwing some serious shade, not just at Beyonce, but also at her man, JayZ. According to Katt, JayZ is up to some shady business, and he's not holding back on calling him out. In his usual candid style, Katt Williams has been spilling the tea on what he thinks is some sketchy stuff JayZ's involved in. The comedian hasn't minced words when it comes to expressing his concerns about JayZ's actions, and he's making sure everyone knows about it. And Katt's not making it up, because just recently Jaguar Wright also exposed JayZ for all kind of stuff.
Sean Carter is worse. He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
And while she did it, she had proof of how Jay has always been linked to the shadiest of people. JayZ has been notably reserved amid the swirling accusations surrounding Diddy, perhaps hoping that people overlooked their close friendship just a few months ago. Diddy, in an interview, mentioned JayZ as the only person, aside from his mother, allowed to call him Sean. There's also the question of when Jay won, or some argue, acquired, the BAT Lifetime Achievement Award last year. Previously, JayZ publicly commended Diddy, hailing him as an inspiration who exemplifies the necessity of a touch of audacity to succeed in the industry. The whole "can't stop, won't stop" mantra signifies relentlessness and a willingness to embrace a certain level of eccentricity, a sentiment embodied by Diddy. However, if the allegations against Diddy are true, they suggest more than just eccentricity. They point to a darker, malevolent side. One person wrote, "While Diddy's catching all of this heat, JayZ's probably, and quietly, taking all preemptive steps available to make sure that he's not next. From paying off witnesses and making the least memorable ones disappear to only God knows what else. He's most likely cleaning up as much evidence from his past as possible right now. That is, whatever's left from the stuff that he hasn't already gotten rid of over the years." Enter Jaguar Wright, who now asserts that JayZ is no saint either, and in fact, may be worse than Diddy. The key distinction lies in Jay's ability to operate discreetly and hide behind his wife's public image, effectively diverting attention from his own questionable history, according to Wright.
The fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and JayZ, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game and it's all JayZ.
Allegations surrounding JayZ's connections to troubling incidents, including his association with Predator R. Kelly and accusations of his own involvement in grooming and exploiting underage women, are causing a stir. Tiara Marie, who was signed to JayZ's record label at the age of 16 and appeared on Love and Hip Hop, seemingly vanished from the scene. The lawsuit filed by Cassie against Diddy appears to have triggered a cascade effect, shedding light on broader issues within the music industry, with JayZ becoming the latest focus. A viral blind item is circulating, suggesting that JayZ was involved with singer Tiara Marie when she was underage. The claim goes further, stating that when Beyonce learned of this, Jay allegedly manipulated Tiara's career and effectively blacklisted her from the industry for a decade. Tiara later disclosed in an interview that JayZ abruptly cut ties with her without any personal explanation. According to the blind item, JayZ distanced himself from Tiara because of a supposed romantic involvement, and Beyonce's reaction played a role in this decision. Additionally, it suggests that Ray J, who had his eyes on Tiara, further fueled the situation, leading JayZ to swiftly shift focus to Rihanna. The web of rumors surrounding JayZ continues to unravel. It's speculated that JayZ not only halted Tiara Marie's career, but also ensured that no other record label could sign her. Allegedly, a conflict between the individual overseeing Tiara's career and the rumored mogul, presumably JayZ, escalated, with the former forbidding any future romantic involvement between the mogul and the singer. This figure apparently believed Tiara was particularly special. Regrettably, Tiara is not the sole individual who has been the subject of rumors about JayZ's alleged grooming and subsequent harm. There are claims that he was involved with Foxy Brown when she was only 14 or 15 years old. Additionally, JayZ is said to have met Beyonce when she was 16, with their relationship supposedly starting when she turned 18. However, skepticism arises, given JayZ's past and his associations with individuals like R. Kelly. In the context of R. Kelly, persistent talk suggests that JayZ played a role in Aelia's tragic death, driven by jealousy after she reportedly favored Dame Dash over him. According to Jaguar Wright, JayZ allegedly climbed the industry ladder by eliminating rivals. Following Aelia's passing, JayZ is claimed to have swiftly acquired producer Rich Harrison from singer Omri, seen as a potential threat to Beyonce's success, as we mentioned earlier. One person said, "Bring them all out. JayZ absolutely had Aelia done in. She was my favorite. If Aelia was still here, Beyonce who? Aelia has it all. Talk about iconic." Jaguar has previously raised concerns about the circumstances surrounding Aelia's tragic fate, highlighting a series of peculiar events that prompt questioning whether JayZ played a role in it. She noted that following Big L's passing, JayZ started establishing connections with influential figures in the industry, including Diddy, whom she humorously refers to as honeycombs. Wright also suggested a reason why JayZ never distanced himself from R. Kelly, despite the latter's actions against Aelia. They both may have been involved in similar misconduct. Their collaboration on records and a shared connection with Aelia could have contributed to JayZ's loyalty. Allegedly, when R. Kelly's crimes came to light, JayZ's public relations team worked vigorously to erase any traces of their friendship. Jaguar Wright has once again asserted that JayZ's actions surpassed those of Diddy, claiming that it's only a matter of time before the extent of his malevolence is fully exposed. According to Wright, Sean Carter is more cunning, patient, and strategic, carefully aligning people he calls friends and stepping aside as they face the consequences. In a 3-year-old interview, Jaguar revealed disturbing actions by JayZ towards a woman close to her within the industry, although the identity of this person remains undisclosed. If you have any insights into who Jaguar might be referring to, feel free to share in the comments. While some dismissed Jaguar's claims, labeling her as bitter for targeting JayZ, a significant number of fans seem to support her assertions. Many comments suggest that Jaguar has been attempting to shed light on JayZ's actions long before the controversies involving Diddy surfaced. The question arises, do you believe these allegations against JayZ? And do you think he could genuinely be worse than Diddy? Fans are also super pissed at him for being horrible to his wife.
You know, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. You know, some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed.
So what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week, where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.